For our Deconstructing Swiftianity post of the day, I am working on this new workbook, Unculture Yourself, a workbook for reclaiming your mind by, me and my co-writer. It's the companion to The Culting of America. So it is for deconstructing an ideology. In The Culting of America, we give you 10 parts of group behavior that make up a cult. And then we show you those parts in real cults, in the military, and in the world around us. In this journal, therefore, there is 10 parts, and each part has several questions and different exercises that you can do. And you can do it with any group or any leader in mind. The reality is we do not deconstruct a group or a leader. We deconstruct an ideology or a worldview that we have been given. And it doesn't have to be a cult ideology or a brainwash ideology, although that is certainly how I hope that many people will use it. In my case, I've done a lot of deconstruction already, and then I had the crack in the ideology of Taylor Swift. The way I describe it is, I just no longer believe the world according to Taylor Swift. And there's so much in there that I need to deconstruct. So I'm going through my own book. We are on the charismatic leader section. And one of the most important things for me, it was the first line I wrote, I don't ever think I saw her as a leader as much as I saw her with as an alternate version of me. And that's what I need to deconstruct everything that contains. Often I think over-identification with celebrities, that's what it is. It's an alternate us. It's not someone that we necessarily see as a leader. Today's question is, are there any groups or communities you're part of where a single leader is mythologized? Is there a common origin story everyone repeats? Do people speak about that leader in absolute terms? Always right, always visionary. I wrote, Taylor has a very obvious mythology, referred to as lore by the Swifties, and a reputation as a genius. It seems so obvious to me how staged it was. Now, it can be hard to bring up any critique of Taylor without it turning into something completely different. And we're pretty much aware that the whole origin story was fake in the first place. She even showed up with a fake accent, right? They worked really hard to sell her as this country child prodigy, and she was none of that. She was wealthy, she was from Pennsylvania, and she was being given the best training and the best help. I also put she might have gotten away with the fake accent if it wasn't for the re-releases, because when she started doing the re-releases, we all started wondering, how's she going to do the accent again? And that was what made a lot of us realize for the first time that it was fake. I definitely fell for the idea that she's brilliant, even though I've always been aware that there was a whole team there. And I think she's really let the mask slip recently. I think there was a reason she was always didn't talk to the media that much, right? Because you want to keep the mythology going that you are a genius. I really felt like some scales fell from my eyes when I saw the interview with her and Travis Kelce, and realizing that she is not at all the story that she's told, the person that she has put out there in the world. Now, the mythology part is very important when it comes to cult leaders, some of the things that you can pick out in an organization. Now, Swifties is not an organization. I still don't think fan clubs are cults. I don't think that's the correct way to classify them, and nobody says that about sports fans. So there's some sparkling misogyny in there as well. However, it is true, and I talk about in Culting of America, the road to deification, how a leader makes themselves a god. And a big part of this, one of the big red flags, is when the origin story is always being repeated and being mythologized, because it is a part of that road to deification, of pedestalizing people, of making them larger than life. Well, as ever, there's a lot to think about with Taylor Swift. I'm definitely not going to be doing one section a week like I thought I was, but we will be moving through this slowly, hopefully giving people some means for thinking and contextualizing your own stuff. And you don't have to care about the Taylor Swift conversation, But if you come in my comments asking me why I'm still talking about it, or somehow implying that it's not valid for me to be doing this, you will be blocked. Okay, check out Unculture Yourself workbook, available for pre-sales, attached here.